Here's what I'm doing.
Yes.
Smoking, I'm drinking, and caffeine. And, you know, right now, why I'm not sober right now, I took a painkiller because my hand was really hurting me. This is the first one I took. And, like, I know I got drowsy and kind of, like, not super present. So now I got this Red Bull. And
So that's how
if
it starts.
you just mix your downers with your uppers, you can then do a podcast.
I feel like no, stop. Jeff did the cut that thing, but let me say this really quickly. That in the world outside of illicit substances is not that unheard of. There's a lot of people who
My fucking hand hurts, and I have to.
I'm
a
not
job
talking
to do.
about that, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of people out there who, you know, drink a Red Bull vodka is a popular drink for a reason. They get a great effect off the alcohol, and they get a pop back up from the Red Bull, and there's levels to it.
I love
you know?
that drink.
But why? Por qué, Logan Paul?
I'm glad you asked, Mike, because I'd like to consider myself a semi reasonable person, in some regards. And you know, I'll just say it. About 30 plus days ago, we sat on this podcast in Vegas, and I mentioned I had this idea, and I said it's one of the greatest, most, in my opinion, brilliant things I've ever conceptualized, and it's kind of taken over me. It is completely consumed me in a way where I've just never felt this creatively limitless with what I can do, and having fun in a way where I'm not so in my head, i.e., smoking, kind of relaxing, going out with my friends, drinking, just kind of being like a loose, like I'm living, and for the first time ever, my inspiration is coming from just being, which is unusual for me. Like, as a creative, and as most of the creatives in this room know, there's usually some sort of like brainstorming process where you sit down and come up with the thing that you're going to do next. Bro, I'm in a space in my life and in my head where I can just close my eyes and like ideas come to me, and I've never ever felt like that. And so I'm kind of leaning into this like free spirited.
It's called a flow state.
Yeah.
You're in a long lasting substance inspired flow state. Okay, so here's the issue. You are not the first artist. You are not the first artist in Los Angeles. You're not the first artist in the history of the past 100 years or so to be inspired through substance use. The question just becomes, where's the line drawn? Now, when you're focusing simply on there's no safe drug, alcohol and marijuana maybe, but alcohol is no safer than a lot of other drugs. You can run into a lot of the same kind of issues that you can with any other substance, right? But like you look, my brain automatically goes back to Hendrix. It goes back to Morrison. It goes back to, Syd Barrett from Pink Floyd in his early days. It goes back to Joplin and all of these people who relied heavily on substances to free themselves and create the craft and the art that they were known for creating. And all of those stories ended very fucking tragically. And I'm by no means saying that you're even close to being on the level of any of those people. They were shooting heroin and doing crazy things with their bodies.
I take a couple shots every night. Every night.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. This is my point of view on it. Your personality is this. Everything you do, you go 100%.
Extremist.
Yeah.
Exactly, which is great. And that's why you have this empire that you've built, which is great. And I hope that you keep continuing to do that. But
I'm a piece of shit.
Not only that, I'm noticing that you could get grumpy when you're not intoxicated. And so what I'm saying is, like, you're already having small withdrawals throughout the day.
Yeah, I know.
And that's kind of worrying me because, like, I know you have an addictive personality. So what happens when you're done with this project? Are you going to lose yourself to this shit that you're doing for this one project?
No, that's the other thing about me. I'm a lunatic, and like I can cut stuff cold turkey.
So when do me and him step in and say, okay, you're done?
November 29th.
And then we have the right to be like, okay, you're done with the shit.
Yeah.
November 29th.
November 30th.
Okay, fine. I'll give you fucking to the end of the year. I don't even give a fuck. But there needs to be a day where I have to step in and be like, okay, enough of this shit, bro.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I respect what you both are doing right now, but you're not going to need to step in.
I do feel like he wouldn't. I think he is the type of dude that would be able to stop it. I really do believe
all I
in
do.
you.
It's
but
like
I just wanted to make it
100 or 0.
I also want to level set one more time back to what you said in the beginning in the introduction to this conversation. Like, I've been with him for the majority of this creative overload, and with the exception of one bone-shattering event. The rest of it, the rest of it happened very much within reason. He's not fucking super intoxicated. He's not shaking in the morning. He's not ripping shots at noon for the most part. What I'm trying to say is this: as a monitor and someone who considers himself, you know, the warning signs are there, and so that's why I'm happy we're having the conversation. If he's telling us November 29th, let's fucking hold him to
30th.
it. November 30th.
Yep.
But if you start to slide there, killer, it's gonna be sooner.
But what also, like, can I ask, like, what are you're telling me I need to be sober November 30th? Like, what's the thing? Or is it like slow down?
No, it's just slow down.
Can I
bro.
still have fun on the weekends?
Of course, bro. It just has
How much
moderation,
fun?
bro. Like, you have no moderation right now. It's just either high or low. Like, and it's just like a lot of it right now, which I get. I know you're leaning in for the creative part of it.
It's so fun, bro.
Yeah, no shit.
It's so-
Nobody's like,
I'm having
hey,
so
I
much
wanna
fun.
stop.
I'm having so much fun, dude.
By the way, this conversation is going to affect a lot of people in the audience who are looking back at themselves while listening to this and saying like, "Yo, am I overdoing it?" You know what I'm saying? And like, normally he has restraints on his partying that are, "Yo, I have a fight coming up. Yo, I have vlogs due. Yo, I have business that I have to attend to." He currently is just lost once again in the fog that is that project, and I think, to his point, once that project stops, you know, he's going to get back into shape for whatever he's going to do next. So
I love the analogy, but it's not fog. It's the most like
The opposite.
clear-sighted vision and beautiful like mountainous landscape, and I'm just trying to sprint up it while drunk. Anyways,
last thing, I've always been the kind of person that says whatever works for you, different strokes for different folks. And so listen, if it's working for you, and I think at the end of the day, it always comes down to the pitfalls versus the benefits. If you're seeing the benefits outweigh the pitfalls, and the only pitfall is one bone shattering event that we should talk about, yeah or no?
So one day I'll tell the story. Today's not that day.
Got it.
I'm just not there yet.